AI is revolutionary. AI is the next internet. ChatGPT is going to replace Google search. Now, these are few statements that I have been hearing around me from the past few months. Now, I'm not sure that how true it is or if AI is going to take over human skills and human jobs, but there is one thing for sure that you just can't ignore AI or AI tools in the current market scenario. Now, this shouldn't come as a surprise when I say that ChatGPT is something that I have been using from quite some time now. And I have been using it as a parent as well, maybe to create worksheets, to learn languages, or other stuff. And in today's video, I'm going to give you a perspective on ChatGPT as a parent. And I'm going to give you a balanced perspective. We will see that how the tool basically works, how you or me as a parent can use this tool, and what a few things that we should keep in mind when we are using it. So without further ado, let's get started. Before we get into the details, let us quickly understand that how does ChatGPT basically work. Now, let me try to explain this concept in a very simple language. So, suppose that you have read a book, and whatever knowledge that you have gained by reading that book, it is all registered in our brain. So, our brain is nothing but our knowledge base. Now, suppose that if I come up to you and ask some question that is related to whatever you have read from the book, you would first try to understand the question that I have put across, and then you would try to recollect whatever you have learned from the book, and then you would give me an answer, right? So, ChatGPT also works in somewhat similar fashion. So, the first phase that we have is of the pre training phase, wherein the tool or the system is fed with lots of data. And that is how its database or knowledge base gets formed. Now, the questions that we ask to the tool or the actions that we ask the tool to perform is called as prompts. The system will then break down the prompts into smaller chunks through which it can identify certain keywords, and it will try to understand that what are you trying to ask the system to do. And through these keywords or through these smaller chunks of words, when it has understood that what is it that you're trying to ask, then it will go through its database or its knowledge base to get all the data that you are asking for. And finally, it will present the result to you. So you can compare it somewhat similar to Google search. Suppose that you have asked Google search that how do I reset my password? Then what it will do? It will go through the huge base of articles that it has, and it will pick up all the articles that it feels might be related to your questions through the keywords which are present in your question, and it will give you the articles or the sources through which you can carry forward your research. Now, ChatGPT also works somewhat similarly. It just goes a step further than that. Instead of giving you the direct sources, it would analyze those sources, make a summary out of it, and give you the answer to your question. Let me share with you all quickly that how do I as a parent make the most of ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT can be used as a fantastic educational support tool, and let me show you few ways in which I use it. The first one is it can be a great tool to practice whenever you are learning a new language. Now, suppose that just for example, I want to learn Telugu, then here's what I would do. And you can practice as if you're literally having a conversation with someone live. And the thing that I like the most is that it is giving me sentences in both the language that I want to practice as well as in English, which makes things a bit easier. So make the most of this tool when you or your child or your student wants to practice a new language. ChatGPT is also a great tool if you want to work on your writing skills. As a prompt, you can enter a paragraph or a sentence which you want to improvise on and just observe the patterns that you get in the result. See what are the words that the tool is replacing or improvising, and by this observation also we can work on our writing skills. This is also a great tool when we want to work on our general knowledge. Just ask it any random question to which you will get an answer. But a main thing to remember over here is the message that ChatGPT displays, which you can see at the very bottom of the screen. It clearly displays that ChatGPT can make mistakes, and hence it is important for us to validate the result that we get from here. I talk about this in detail in the later part of this video, so do keep on watching. On the days when I'm occupied with some other work, I make use of ChatGPT to create worksheets which my son can use for his practice. Now please notice the prompt that I'm entering into ChatGPT. I'm clearly stating the syllabus, the subject, the grade, etc. so that I can be 100% sure that the worksheet that I get over here is correct. And I'm just amazed by the result that I have over here. Now that we have seen some amazing abilities of this tool, let us say goodbye to ChatGPT and move on and see that where can we go wrong with this tool, or what are few precautions that we should take while using this. Now, when I was a kid, I initially started off with calculations using pen and paper or doing some mind calculations. Slowly, as I grew up, I started using calculators, and I became so reliant on using a calculator that even if you would give me some simple calculation, some simple arithmetic, I would take out my phone, open the calculator, and start doing it. And slowly I realized that this is not a very good practice, because we should never be reliant on one particular tool, because it ultimately affects our thinking capabilities. Comment down below if you could also relate to this. Now, I fear that this might be the same scenario when it comes to ChatGPT. We might get over reliant on this particular tool, and we might end up using it more often than required. So it is very important for us to maintain a balance and to understand when, why, and how to use this particular tool. Now, in the first section of this video, I explained that how does ChatGPT basically work. So we also understood that why phrasing your prompts to the tool is also very important. And that is why there is a little scope of miscommunication, because if your prompt to the tool is not correct, then there are chances of getting incorrect data or incorrect result. So I see that there is a scope of miscommunication here in case our prompt is not correct. In order to use the tool effectively, it is very important for us to define clear boundaries. Now, what do I mean by this? First of all, it is very important for us to understand that when do we want to use ChatGPT versus when do we want to use Google search. Now, for example, I'll share with you all that what do I do personally. If there is a topic that I am already aware of, for example, if I want to create some worksheets for my son, or even when it comes to my technical knowledge, if I'm just revising or doing a quick study of something that I'm already aware of, then I go to ChatGPT, because I have the awareness and I have the knowledge to know whether the results that I'm getting from the tool is accurate or not. Whereas, in case I want to learn about an entirely new concept, for example, I want to learn more about teenage children's mentality. Now, this is something that is entirely new to me. So in this case, I would like to go ahead and read some articles or listen to some person who I know is credible. So in this case, I would like to do my own research and draw my perspective or results. Now, my son is too young to use ChatGPT on his own, but I'm sharing this little tip in case any of your child or student is using it. It is always good to supervise them and guide them while any interactions is happening with the tool, just to be on the safer side. And this should be applicable to the entire internet usage and not just for ChatGPT. Now, previously I mentioned that how I use ChatGPT to improve my writing skills. Now, as and when I'm using ChatGPT, I try to observe that where is it that the tool is making corrections, which words is it that it is using, which phrases are the place where the tool is making changes or using better words. So I keep observing that where is the tool making improvements in the paragraph or in the sentences that I'm feeding into the tool. So by making such observations, I am also working on my writing skills and I'm slowly improving. Now, as I'm slowly improving on my writing skills, I would like to slowly decrease my dependency on the tool so that I can be self-sufficient. Now remember that it is good that we are using ChatGPT as a tool to get some quick knowledge and quick support in our daily work, but it is also very important to apply our critical thinking. Whatever results that we are getting out of the tool, it is very important that we go through it, understand it, and if required, question the results. Now, the main intent behind making this video is to equip you all with enough knowledge so that you know how, when, and why to use this tool, and also how you can make sure that you use the tool in an efficient and also safe way for yourself, your children, and students. Remember that ChatGPT is a tool which would make our work easier on a daily basis, but it should be nowhere a replacement of our knowledge and also our ability to do some critical thinking or performing some research to form our own perspective. Now, what are your thoughts regarding everything that I have shared today? I would love to know about it. So please leave a comment down below and let me know that how do you feel about this video. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end. I hope that you found some value out of this video. If yes, then please like the video, share it with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in a new video very soon. Till then, take very good care of yourselves. Bye.